For many, death is the end, but for others, it is merely only the beginning. So, welcome back everyone. Yep, that is right. Today, I'll be taking a look at Laid to Rest, a side quest in the base game of Skyrim. Now, before I get into the video, I just want to state that viewer discretion should be advised for this one, as in this video, I will be going over a, bit of a tragedy, as two characters, a mother and her daughter, die in this quest. You don't see anything, but, this quest takes place after that, so if there's anyone who's watching this, and if they feel like that might hit too close to home, I would just suggest watching something else, and sorry about what's going on. But without further ado, let's get into the video. So, Laid to Rest is a quest that can be given to us when we enter Morthal. Players, would kind of realize that something is kind of off about the place, especially since there's a burned down house. Well, of course, the full story is that apparently it was an accidental house fire set by Hrogar's previous wife, which unfortunately had taken her life and the child's. A lot of people kind of think Hrogar might have had something to do with it, as after his wife's passing, he suddenly seemed to have been in the arms of another woman named Alva. So, there's probably more to the story that we're being told. Well, we do some investigation and meet his daughter Helgi, who is, of course, now a ghost. And she kind of brings up another person that really only comes out at night. But she'll tell us if we play some hide and seek with her. So, of course, nightfall approaches, and she was right. A mysterious woman attacks the player, only to be later named as Liad, who had apparently left the town to fight for the Stormcloaks, which is kind of odd. You really think that there would be some news about her, but nothing ever came out, only for her former husband to kind of find out the sad truth. And of course, upon entering Alva's house illegally, we of course find out that Alva is in fact a vampire and was working with another vampire in an attempt to enthrall the entire town, so they can basically have a never-ending buffet. She, very much enthralled Hrogar to be her protector, and had Liad, kind of fake his wife's murder, although Liad wanted to turn his child, only to, pretty much be the cause of her demise. And of course, once Jarl Egron, or probably the other Jarl if you fall for the Stormcloaks, finds out about this, she basically sends you to exterminate the vampire named Morvarth, along with some townspeople. Well, and that's pretty much what happens. Morvarth gets introduced to a bunch of friendly faces, along with everyone else with him. And, that's pretty much the end of the quest. Although a few interesting things do happen, you can of course save Hrogar and get his gratitude. And of course you can get Lami's and Jorgen's disposition towards you lowered if, I think someone sees you take out Alva. And if Alva isn't killed in her home, she will apparently die by another vampire inside his lair, which is kind of interesting. I don't know if it's a glitch or if it was intentional, but it's something that I've noticed in some of my playthroughs. But yeah, once Morvarth's dead, we of course can start working towards becoming a Thane of Morthal, which in the end isn't really worth it, but we do get a cool house of it. So, and it's basically laid to rest. So, I guess what are my thoughts, and do I recommend it? Well, this is one of my favorite quests in the entire game. Morthal has always been one of my favorite places in Skyrim. Like, even though there's not much to do in this settlement, it's a pretty fun one to explore, and having a quest like this be obtained by passing through it really makes Morthal stick out a bit more, in my opinion. And of course, this is one of the more sadder quests in the game, as some of the other quests is either just clearing out dungeons or stuff like that, or becoming a hero. Well, this one basically just has you avenge a family who was lost. Even though Hrogar can survive, he would kind of be plagued by the memories of what happened, knowing that his wife and daughter would never come back. So in a way, it is kind of sad even after it ends, depending on the choices you make. But this is one of the ones I would definitely recommend to those who haven't played this one yet. But that's really all I have to say about this one. I'll of course be back next time, well, probably sooner than later, as I'm planning on knocking out some of the more quick quests while I can. But other than that, goodbye, and well, thank you all for watching, and thanks for the support on the recent videos. It always means a lot.